Welcome to Sai Tech Info channel, my dear students. In this tutorial, I'll be explaining about the basic aspects about polynomial. Before getting into this topic, let us recap the basic algebraic formulae. X plus y whole squared is equal to x squared plus y squared plus 2xy. X plus y whole squared minus 2xy is equal to x squared plus y squared. Actually, this formula has been derived from the above one. For instance, you have x plus y whole squared and you can bring this to 2xy to the LHS. So plus 2xy becomes a minus 2xy. Therefore, x plus y whole squared minus 2xy is equal to x squared plus y squared. So normally that is you will be asked x squared minus y squared. So the x squared minus y squared is equal to x plus y into x minus y, that we know very well. But in some of the quadratic equations and some problems associated with that, this kind of x squared plus y squared formula is very important, and that can be interpreted in two ways. So one is x plus y whole squared minus 2xy, that is equal to x squared plus y squared. The other one is you can take x minus y whole squared and that is expanded as x squared plus y squared minus 2xy. Now this minus 2xy can be brought to the LHS so that it becomes x minus y whole squared plus 2xy, that is equal to x squared plus y squared. Now you look at this x squared plus y squared, for which we have two formulae. One is x plus y whole squared minus 2xy. Another one is x minus y whole squared plus 2xy. Okay, so you have to be very clear between x squared plus y squared and x squared minus y squared. So if you are asked x squared minus y squared, then you have to say x plus y into x minus y. But if it is x squared plus y squared, you can use two types of formula. One is this one, the other one is based on x minus y whole squared. Is that clear? Right. Now, let us say x plus a into x plus b. The best thing you can do is x into x, x squared, and you just add the terminal terms a plus b into this common term, that is x. Therefore, you are able to get a plus b into x. So this is the sum of middle terms. And a into b, that is the product of terminal terms. So in most of the quadratic equation, when you solve, that is, you will be adopting a beautiful technique called factorization by splitting the middle term. So in this case, this will be very useful. That is, sum is a plus b into x, and here the product ab. So now the coefficient of x is a plus b. Are you able to follow? And make sure that that is here x squared, for which the coefficient is 1. Okay, right. And let me go through this another formula, that is x plus y plus whole z plus whole squared. So it is similar to x squared plus y squared, but we have to include the third term z, that's all. So x squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 2xy plus 2ayz plus 2xz. In the case of x plus y whole squared was what you said, x squared plus y squared plus 2xy, that's all. But here you have got another term z. So you have to include two more terms like 2xy, 2yz and 2xz. Okay, and you have the z term, so z squared. Clear? Right. Now x plus y whole cube is given by x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x plus y. And this can also be expanded like x cube plus y cube plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared. Similarly, x minus y whole cube is equal to x cube minus y cube minus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared. Then x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is given by x plus y plus z into x squared plus y squared plus z squared minus xy minus yz minus xz. You have to introduce these three terms compulsorily, minus xy, minus yz, minus xz. You have to put the term alternatively. Okay. So remember this. Sometimes they will ask x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to. In that case, now you have to take this term and plus 3xyz, you can put it on the right side. Is that clear? Right. Then Now, when we discuss about the polynomial, we should know the degree of the polynomial. When you have got x plus 1, then since it has got one variable and it has got the power 1 for this variable, so the degree is called 1. And such type of polynomials are called linear polynomial or linear equation. It leads to linear equation. Then 2x plus 3. In this case, you have once again x power 1 only. That is the power of the variable here, x here is 1. So it is still linear variable, well, linear polynomial only. Then ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is called quadratic format, that is quadratic equation format and quadratic polynomial. Here the power of x, the highest power of the variable x is 2 here. So we have to consider 2 as the degree of the quadratic polynomial. And for cubic polynomial, the power of the highest power of the variable x is 3. So it is called a cubic polynomial and its degree is 3. Similarly, in this case, x power 4, this is x power 4 minus 1. So x power 4 minus 1 is equal to, that is something, that is generally it is given as a 0. So x power 4 minus 1 means that is the variable has got the fourth power, that is the power term of the variable, the maximum power of the x variable is 4. So that is why it's called, its degree is 4 and it's known as biquadratic polynomial. Quadratic means 2, biquadratic means 2 into 2, 4. So it represents the degree is 4. Then, now let us practice some of the basic problems associated with the polynomials. Without actual division, prove that 2x power 4 minus 6x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x minus 2 is exactly divisible by what? X squared minus 3x plus 2. So in this case, what we have to do, that is one of the polynomials is f of x, that is given as 2x power 4 minus etc. And the other one, so this is when it is x power 4, it is biquadratic polynomial, okay. And here it is given g of x as x squared minus 3x plus 2. So this is known as a quadratic polynomial. You know very well, this is in the quadratic format because the power of x variable is 2. So first thing we have to do is, in fact, this is a dividend and this is a divisor. So factorize the divisor by splitting the middle term. For instance, x squared minus 3x plus 2. So this can be multiplied, on multiplication you should be able to get 2. On addition you should get minus 3. So best thing is you can put minus 2, minus 1. So minus 2 into minus 1, minus of minus plus 2 into 1, 2. So we have got 2 here. And on addition we get minus 3. So we have got minus 3x. So what we can do is, that is x squared, and this minus 3x can be split into minus 2x and minus x. Then plus 2 and put 0. Now x is the GCD. So when you take the GCD outside, you have to, that is the greatest common divisor, you have to divide by that same term. So x is divided here. So x squared by x is equal to x. So I have put x here. And 2x minus 2x by x. So minus 2x by x, x cancelled. So minus 2. So minus 2 is the another term, remaining term. Now x into x minus 2. Make sure that you should get the same term in such a way it should be divided. So we can take minus 1 outside the bracket, so that minus of minus plus. So you get x. Plus 2 divided by minus 1 becomes minus of minus plus. So x. 1 here, 2 here. So therefore minus 1 of x minus 2. So x minus 2 being same, okay, so that can be taken outside the bracket and being common, then x minus 1 is the remaining term. Therefore x minus 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. It means either x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So if x minus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2. If x minus 1 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 1, because we are taking the values on the RHS, okay. So now we have got the factors. As I already mentioned, x minus 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x minus 2 may be 0 or x minus 1 may be 0. Based on that, we got x as 2 or 1. So we can put that is f of x given here, and by factor theorem, when you substitute 2 with the x in the place of x, then you should be able to get 0. So we need to check this one. So we can check all these things. So just replace x by 2. So we'll get 2 into 2 power 4 minus 6 into 2 cube plus 3 into 2 squared plus 3 into 2 minus 2. So we get 32 minus 48 plus 12 plus 6 minus 2. So finally we get 0. It means it is confirmed that is f of 2, that is x is equal to 2 is one of the roots. So it means that is x minus 2 is one of the factors. Okay, so likewise we can prove. Similarly, we can do for x minus 1 also by substituting x by 1. So we can get the same value, and like this. For instance, f of 2 and f of 1 in the polynomial, the result is 0. Therefore, that quadratic polynomial is exactly divisible by the given g of x by factor theorem. Okay. So what was the question asked? The question asked, without actual division, show that it is exactly divisible. Now we had done that. Okay. Then